Taxis are a worldwide phenomenon because people definitely need to get to places. Each country's taxis have their own peculiarities. In Nigeria, especially in Abuja, the federal capital city, if you want to catch a ride on a taxi, you have to know the correct hand sign to show passing taxis so the drivers can stop if they are going in your direction. Sam Atta, a financial consultant, an Abuja resident, first visited Abuja in 2018 and had to maneuver his way through the city.
When I came into Abuja, that was in 2019, I was visiting in 2018 and severally, and I saw that it was difficult for me to get vehicles. It was because I would just stand and I would be screaming, and obviously I don't have all the voice to shout. So I saw people, doing hands, some would do right, some would do left, some would face up, and some just point a finger up, and I'll be like, okay, what's happening? And they'll be like, okay, that's how you actually communicate with those drivers. So it's really not new to me, and over the time as I stayed in Abuja, I saw that for you to actually survive in Abuja when it comes to transportation and moving from one place to another, you actually need to master, not just learn it, master the sign language, and you also need to know the locations to stand to make these signs, because your locations to where you stand actually can alter the sign. So you can be facing somewhere and you think your sign is correct, is wrong.
The sign language consists of non-verbal gestures without a clear origin.
Area 10, area 10, area 10. Area 10, you just say that 10 here.
I'm clapping to say that we know that 5-5 is 10. If in our expressway you go do like this, that is area 3, if you're coming back. But I was one place now, that's why I'm shouting.
As a driver, I cannot be shouting from afar as long as we are running along. Those who do drop, use their horn to do drop. But if it's along, there are signs in this area. You do your hand like this. When you are coming from Muse, means area 3, area 7, area 8. If you see a hand like this, means area 1, 2, 10. When you see a hand like this, means area 11, FCDA. You understand? Like those who are coming from Maraba, when you see a hand like this, know it is Wuse Beggar. When you see like this, when you see one like this, means area 1 also, area 1 Apo Bridge. Now, as a passenger, whether you know where you are going to, you don't know, if you see driver coming, showing you sign, all you need to do is to wave the driver. The driver will stop. Some will get angry, but people like us, we know it is normal, because I believe that every person walking on the road is a passenger.
Within Abuja metropolis, commuters refer to shuttle taxis as along, a shared taxi transportation mode that usually takes people on a fixed or semi-fixed route without timetables, departing when all seats are filled. They may stop anywhere to pick up or drop off their passengers.
They call them along. Why? It's along the road, it's along the location, because why is along? It's not taking you to your location. If you want the one that will take you to your location, you either use Bolt or you use Uber.
These sedan taxis don't just transport a single person or group, but many people who may all be going to different places. Not just in Nigeria. If you are traveling around cities like Johannesburg, you will notice thousands of hand gestures signaling taxis. These have become an unspoken 12th language around South Africa. So, you need to know in which direction a taxi is going before you get in. This is where knowing the taxi hand signals becomes useful. It is exciting that for residents of Abuja, most people only know 3 or 4 signs, which are the routes they take every day.
The passenger have already know where they are going to. So whenever you make any sign, they will know that yes, this vehicle is going to their own destination.
I got to a junction in particular day, and I was trying to get vehicles, and then I saw people pointing up, and I was like, okay, what's this, and they said, oh, that's area 1 sign.
If where you are going falls under this road, it's along.
Every day, thousands of hands stretch out along commuter routes, communicating silently with the drivers of taxis. Depending on any street corner in the townships of Abuja, the languages change. You regularly see people gesticulating widely. I had to try almost all the signals I had learned from the commuters to see if really I will be successful. In the city of Abuja, you are likely to see people standing at the side of the road with a finger in the air or a whole hand waving or pointing downwards.
Like this, Ijabi. Like this, 1, area 1, down, beggar. Wuse.
Once you get to the system, you adapt to it. They say when you go to Israel, you behave like the Israelites.
Based on our findings, there are uniform ways of communicating your destination to a driver. An index finger pointing downwards usually signifies a short trip to a close destination. Sometimes the fee can be as low as 50 naira because of the short distance.
If you cross over to the other side, if you make this sign, you have totally altered your direction. So if you cross over to the other side and make this sign, probably you are going to Kubwa, you are going to Duse, you are going to Pape and several others. If you do this sign when you cross over, you are going towards Barnex, you are going towards Jahi and the rest. So sign language, for you to really walk around Abuja, you must master it.
If you are going to like this, they will say you say area 1. Maybe you go see like this, maybe they will say you say area 2. Maybe they will tell you like this, maybe you go say area 3. So all this thing, they are there.
Extend your arm frontward, palm facing inward, and then wave hand sideways 45-degree minimum several times, keeping the arm straight. This usually signifies a stop along the said street. Usually, the trip goes for 100 naira, could be 150 naira depending on the distance. The arm could also be extended towards the far right or far left depending on the location of the commuter.
Usually, some hand signs and gestures symbolize towns, areas or cities within Abuja depending on where the commuter stands.
As the taxi routes expand, the hand signs continuously develop as a logical visual language. Aside the benefit of saving time, which the hand signals provide, sign language is often thought of in the context of people with hearing impairment. There are many situations where sign language is beneficial to people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Aside from the cognitive benefit, sign language also allows for greater cultural integration. How will people who are new in the city understand the taxi sign languages?
It also helps you reduce sound. You can't shout, actually, the stress of making sound and trying to shout, okay, this vehicle is going to Lugbe and all of that. So it helps you reduce stress. When I mean reduce stress, you don't aim at every other vehicle. It also helps effectiveness in communication. So you don't need to know the person, you don't need to establish a particular relationship. The sign alone has done all of that connection and nexus for you.
As a commuter, it is always best to familiarize yourself with taxi language. Of course, one would wish there was a table of content available that indicates routes and destinations and connects them to the appropriate hand sign.
When next you're in Abuja, do not forget, ask questions, talk to commuters, understand the sign languages before hailing a taxi.